you guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm doing this black and vampy look. So we're doing a very dark eye and dark lip to go with. This is inspired by a TikTok that Sky Wheatley did, and I just wanted to recreate it. So if you want to see how I achieved this look in detail, please keep watching. So just to explain the setup that I've got going on here, I've just popped some tape under my eyes, and I've just done it in that sort of fox eye look where my color is going to be. Because this is such a dramatic look, I don't want to have color go everywhere. So I'm just going to have this here so that it is like coloring in a coloring book. First product I'm going to go in with is the e.l.f. eye concealer, and I'm just going to put that all over my lid just to conceal and get it ready for these dramatic colors. And I'm just going to blend it out with this baby tiny beauty blending. These beauty blenders are the best. These baby ones, they come in beige as well, so I've got them in black and beige. They're from Tarte, which totally fits my aesthetic. I hate color, so I got rid of all my pink and red and purple and all my colored beauty blenders, and I have replaced them with these Target ones. So I got the full size and the baby one. First color I'm going to hit with is this blue, this navy blue from the James Morphe palette, and I'm just going to start that outer color. So I don't want to immediately go in with a black. I want to sort of set a bit of a blue base because I want this to be a bit of a blue and green look. I don't want it to just be straight black. So a little bit of a setup with a blue. And don't be scared to sort of touch the tape. The tape is fine to be touched because the color isn't going to transfer through the tape. So this is our coloring barrier. It's kind of like when you play bowling and you get the barriers up if you're no good like me. So the next color I'm going to go in with is another Morphe palette. This is the 35M Boss Mood palette. I'm going to go in with this black shimmer, and I'm just going to go over that blue, but just ever so lightly. I don't want to go super, super dark, hard and fast. I want to really gradually grow this color. So I'm going to apologize now if you can hear. My husband is mowing the lawns at the moment, which is brilliant, and I don't want to interrupt him, but I really wanted to get in and get this look out for you guys. So you can see that we don't have a straight black color. It's quite a dark navy. And you can just see how fierce this is going to be when we pull this tape off, and how we're just not bringing it all the way through the eye. We're sort of stopping it halfway because I'm going to slightly blend a darker green through here. So I don't want to over color. I just like to bring this all the way out to my eyebrow line. I've mentioned this before. I like to bring my eyeliner out to meet this line here. I like it to sort of flow and be quite symmetrical with my face. So I want to follow that black through with a dark green. So I'm going to go in with this matte green, and I'm just going to lightly add that, and then I'm going to add the shimmer version of that color over the top. I'm just going to connect from the black top all the way through to the center here. And you can see that that setup is perfect. It just blends straight through. So with the shimmer version, I'm just going to trace where I have already laid out that olive green. So I'm also filming for TikTok right now as well. Are you guys getting into TikTok? Yay or nay? I was dead ass against it, like dead ass against it. Was not gonna get it. I thought it was lame, and then I finally started watching some makeup artists doing their makeup on there, the transformations. I was in love. I was kind of like, maybe I do want TikTok. So I downloaded it, and now I'm obsessed. But let me tell you, I am not great at it. I really struggle to keep up. Maybe it's because I'm uncoordinated. I am very much enjoying it regardless. But if you are a pro TikToker, power to you, sister. I'm going to go in with the matte black now, and I'm just going to bring that black through to the green and stop it about halfway. I'm just choosing a clean fluffy brush just to blend that through a little bit. And just up into that brow bone as well. All these colors are very complementing to each other, but I just want to make sure the blend is Perfect. And then for the final center of the eye, I'm going to go in with this lighter green shimmer. It's more of an olive than anything. And I'm just connecting that to the black and the green above, which blends in perfectly. So I am loving this lid color, really dark, smoky, olive. So I'm going to rip these eyepieces off and I'm just going to bring that down into my under eye. So you can see once we've taken the tape off, there is absolutely no fall through. The fox eye is perfect. So I'm just going to go in now with a really tiny blending brush, that same black shimmer, and I'm just going to start my under eye. And I'm just going to drag this and blend it about halfway. And I'm just going to push that up into that V so that it's just a complete one cat eye. And with another small brush, I'm just going to bring through the olive through the inner half of the bottom of the eye. Don't stress at this point if you start to pull your color down a bit, because we're going to clean all of this up with concealer. There is of course no other liner for this look except for the Kat Von D tattoo liner, this in Trooper Black. And I'm going to do quite a nice wing with this. It's such a crazy look as is, so I don't feel like I could underdo liner here. So I'm just going to start from the center as always and just get that line started. And then you can see that we've already got the line up for our eyeliner. So I'm just going to trace that and bring that in. Like so. And I'm just going to bring this liner all the way through. So just starting from the bottom and following him up to the middle of the eye. So I am going to do a feline eye. So I'm going to just bring this in the middle. And trace it down and just trace that to the bottom. I've literally given this advice about 55 times before, but liquid liner smells fear. Come in confident. For mascara, I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Cosmetics Waterproof Length and Volume Mascara. This is my newest favorite mascara and I just love the way that it works for my lashes, and I'm going to be popping some falsies on, so this is going to give me a nice setup. And I always just try and make sure I get really close to the waterline, because the lashes can't get all the way to the waterline, the falsies. So you want your mascara to really just pick up those spots where your falsies aren't going to have an impact. I've been doing my lashes a little differently lately, so I always trim my lashes to size. I know my size, I know I'm 3 notches in, so I cut my lashes to size. Then I pop my glue on. What I do is I actually pretty much let this set before I put it on. I'm just gonna let these bad boys set and then pop them on. While my lashes are drying, I'm going to go in with some pencil liner, which is the MAC Cosmetics Definitely Black. And I'm just going to add this to my waterline. I'm not broken, I'm just split in two. Brows will of course be the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz in the color Chocolate today, topped with the clear brow gel, but you guys have seen me do this a million times, so I'm just going to quickly scoot. So as you guys can see, my face is in need of definite cleanup with colors like blacks and really dark olives. I'm going to go in with my primer, but I'm not actually going to be using primer. Instead, I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Cosmetics Booster Drops in the Sunkissed Booster Drops. I have used this before as a primer rather than an actual primer, and let me tell you, this makes my makeup look insane. So you don't need a lot, and you can see it's quite liquid. And I just rub this in with my hands. And I like to put this all over my face, whereas with primer, I tend to just put it in the areas where my pores are bigger. And for concealer, I'm going to be going back to the Old Faithful, the Tarte Shape Tape in the color Light Beige. Now, I've been doing my concealer literally this way for quite some time now, so that is literally all I put under my eye. There was a TikTok I actually saw, speaking of TikTok, where he showed the difference between running your concealer concealer across your eye like I used to versus this. And I had started doing this after a YouTube that I had seen, but after I had seen his video on what it looks like after you do it through the entire eye versus just these dabs, it is chalk and cheese. And let me tell you, it doesn't run your face down, because I have such a square face already. I don't need to be bringing my face any further down. I like to sort of snatch it out. So this worked perfectly for me. So for the eye, I'm going back in with a Baby Beauty blender. To show you the difference, guys, this is the regular Beauty blender versus the Baby. They both have the flat edge, which is really handy, but this guy is so handy for little things like eyes, under eyes, little tiny crease areas. I will always go back in with my proper Beauty blender. So you can see with that concealer blended out that it hasn't taken away from the look as we didn't want it to, but it's just giving me really like precision lines. I'm not going to do a full contour today, but I am going to do a little bit. I'll be using the Hourglass Vanish Foundation in Natural Amber. I'm only going to be doing a little bit forehead and only a really small amount and just my jaw. And that is it. I'm not going to be getting into my face too much because I'm going to really get into that with bronzer. And just blending out with a kabuki brush. And really bring that in so that my chin, you can see, is looking a lot more snatched. I'm going back to my holy grail, which is the Nars Natural Radiant in the color Barcelona. This is probably my all-time favorite foundation, but I've been enjoying testing up different foundations. So if you have one that you think is better than this, let me know, because I am loving trying different ones at the moment. But for today, Nars it is. Once I've sort of blended that into my face with my kabuki brush, I like to go in with my Beauty blender and I like to just soften up any lines. So sometimes the brushes can leave slight lines, and so I just like to come in and just tidy this up. So using my bronzer now, going in with the e.l.f. bronzer in the Forever Sunkissed. And I'm just going to do my natural contour lines, which is my cheeks, of course my forehead where I have contoured, and the jaw. And with a smaller brush, I'm just going to do the outer bridge of my nose, just ever so gently, as though I were doing a cream contour. And I just bring that up into the brow. Not at the tip, but sort of before you hit the tip, I like to do sort of a straight line. Because when we highlight, we're going to color straight down and highlight. That sort of just snatches your nose in a little bit more. Just adding some powders now. I'm going to be going with the Laura Mercier translucent powder plus the Sephora golden set powder. So I'm going to do the Sephora powder down here and then the translucent powder around my eyes and just on the bridge of my nose. So let me just pop these guys on. Someone actually asked me the other day why I use the two different setting powders. There is actually no reason. Personally, that's what I like for my skin. So when I am taking this setting powder off, it just leaves me nice and golden down here and then with some whiter, brighter eye. But there is really no reason. There is no right or wrong with setting powder. It's just what works for you. So just brushing this away now with a fluffy no product brush. Before I add any more powder to this face, I'm just going to add some setting spray. Just because powder can add a really, really dry layer to your face, I've just found by adding setting spray in between powder applications, you don't seem to get that as bad. So I'm using the e.l.f. Makeup Mist and Set setting spray. And you know what time it is? It is blush time. You know I am using the e.l.f. Cosmetics Light Blush Set, my fave. I blend my blush quite heavily up. So I like to blend it up sort of into my hairline sort of, if you can imagine it that way. I don't like just cheeks of blush. Super quick highlight with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow Kit. I'm going to be using the color Marshmallow and I'm just going to be really lightly highlighting. will be it. Now, the moment that we have all been waiting for, the black lip. But before I do so, I'm just going to fix this hair up, and then I'm going to come back, pop the lip on, and that will be this look. So for lips, I'm going to be using the Barry M liquid lip in the color Blacklisted. Now, black lipstick is much like liquid eyeliner. This is something to be feared, so come in confident. Just split into the memory of you, just come running back. One lip down. Successfully achieved a black lip. So that is it, you guys. This is my dark and vampy look for the day. I'm so excited to have filmed this and be back in full glam again. I cannot wait to keep filming with you guys. Let me know what you think of this look, and I will see you on my next video.